Hello everybody, welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean and today we continue as the Seattle Mariners. Brian Wu is on the bump, 8-0 with a 2.21 ERA, taking on Joey Cantillo. Cantillo? Cantillo? Yeah, double L. I think I screwed this up at the end of the other video. But he is 3-4 with a 4.35 ERA. We are in our Friday City Connects. Let's jump in to today's game. I can't time that up. Something is delayed, or I'm just bad at doing one thing with both hands at the same time. City Connect Friday. Welcome back home to the Mariners. I guess it was only a 6-game road trip, but still, I missed you, T-Mobile Park. Open on a partly cloudy day. That'll work for me. Brian Wu, our starter. Everybody should be good to go, and we'll go ahead and jump in. Oh, not seeing the ball well versus left-handers. This actually is helpful. Let's go ahead and throw Bliss into the lineup. And yeah, I think that's okay. He has good speed. Do I flip him and Solano, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Let's give ourselves just a kick more speed there at the top of the lineup. Or towards the top of the lineup. Solano's cold. Moore is cold as well. Alright, we'll work with that. I didn't even consider that it would be a left-handed starting pitcher. I'm not very good at pointing or noting that, so... Hey, there's always ways to improve. Welcome on into baseball here on the channel. Every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, you can catch a game of baseball. Yesterday, we got a surprise. We checked out the PS5 version of Backyard Baseball 97. I did a commentary on that just for fun, and it was a good time. Brian Wu was looking for his 9th straight win on the mound. Cal Raleigh is hitting .429 over the last 10 games. Luke Raley leads the league in OPS with 1.3035. Logan Gilbert has a big game on the mound versus the Diamondbacks. Rodriguez also shines in that win. The Guardians starting pitching over the last 4 games, 26.2 innings pitched to a 1.01 ERA. We're going to need to keep that in mind to be nice and patient. 13 strikeouts. Bullpen has looked as good as well. A 1.93 ERA, though a bit of a smaller sample size with 9.1 innings pitched, as you would expect, but that strikeout rate is good. 10 strikeouts. The Mariners starting pitching. We are looking very good in similar innings over the last 4 games. 25.1 innings pitched with a 1.07 ERA, 31 strikeouts. And we're looking to extend a 5-game winning streak. Let's take a look around the league. Max Fried hurls a complete game shutout versus the Royals. Jordan Alvarez, 5 RBI and a win versus the White Sox. Dylan Cruz, 2 hits to snap and 0 for 24. Streak versus the Mets. Aaron Savale wins his 9th game, and that's tied for the NL lead. Mason Wynn breaks out of a 1 for 22 slump. He also has a 2-hit performance. That was against the Brewers. Orioles increased the AL East lead to 1.5 games over the Yankees. And a very quick look at your prospect, but farm report. It's right at the top. I got SS in my head. I was like, oh, shortstop. Or super sweet if you're of the whitest kids reference. All right, it is game number 68. Oh, we are. Hell yeah, we're gonna hit game number 69 on Sunday. Let's go. 68, and we have who we playing? Cleveland. Cleveland Guardians. If I didn't even mention that, I think I just pointed out the pitching. We'll jump in here. Brian Wu on the bump, and we are ready to roll. That is outside. So we have an interesting bit of the schedule coming up. I think my controller actually is getting drift. I noticed it I've been noticing it for a while, but it was really noticeable with the click, the mouse. What is it called? It was really noticeable in Backyard Baseball 97. So, oh, that's actually a thing. I've seen it, one of the accounts I follow is we offer PS5 repairs, and I'm like, that's a thing? Yes it is. And this is the controller I've been using the entire time. I have one in the back, but it's too nice. It's too pretty to use.
Gets a piece there.
Anyway, the Mariners have an interesting little bit of a schedule coming up where we will be home for 6, and then starting on next Friday, which is the 20th, Rodriguez did not seem like he got a good jump on that. It is 17 straight games between then and the All-Star break, I believe. That might actually be a little bit too far out, but it is.
Well, these days we know teams,
It is a
you
gauntlet. You know what? I'll check it here.
But a guy like this, they
Left, right, switch, right, switch, switch. Oh gosh.
So you know they put in a
Okay,
little extra
we're gonna have to
time
be
and
somewhat
effort
strategic
on
in
how
our
they're going
usage
to
of
approach him.
pitchers.
He can be a huge difference maker when
Let's
he's
see.
hot.
Hold on.
So
Let's
it's gonna
grab
be fun to
this.
see
We'll grab the
how they try to
Mariners
work him right
schedule.
here.
I guess I can talk about it in game. So there's going to be a lot of games in a row. We're going to have 1 day of off day content, and then I think we have the All-Star break, which is wild.
Thomas in the box here. Let's
Schedule.
that one go for a ball.
They're 2-8 in their last 10. They got swept by the Diamondbacks. Ugh. That's a tough game to listen to.
And there's a ball.
Though I appreciate I was able to listen to it. Not a good start here.
Getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do
Be
that
aggressive
consistently.
toward the
You
corner.
see the results.
That one
Ooh,
missed.
didn't get
good
that
pitch
call.
there.
That is
Really
unfortunate.
had some
Thought that was
run
going to
and
be there.
finished. Little
We
up
can
and
give
in,
this one a
just
little
on
bit
the
more
edge.
wiggle room.
And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you
There we
jog
go.
back to the dugout.
And that's
All
to
right,
their
so it's
first strike.
Guardians and Red
It's
Sox,
3-1.
and then it's in Chicago for 3, in Minnesota for 4. That's
ball
ball
4.
4. Yep.
Tried another fastball, missed the spot.
At Rangers for 3, home against the Royals for 4, versus the Pirates for 3. Okay, it's not until the All-Star break. I apologize. It'll be the 7th. Will be the next day. I knew that I was like, oh, that actually is a little incorrect. Then it's at Yankees, at Tigers, and that's before the All-Star break. Okay. One more off day. I didn't think you went. That was kind of just a hope, especially after the walk.
And that's off the inside.
It's a very late swing.
Now 1 and 2. Stays
Ow.
alive.
Okay, we are throwing a lot of pitches here.
Take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Runner takes off. Fouls it off.
That was the
Still
correct
1
pitch to
and
go
2.
on. That was a circle change. And how do you... Okay, I was trying to actually throw to first.
Runner goes again. Foul ball still a 1.
That one I did not hear. There we go. Finally gets him down. Goodness gracious. This is a bad start.
Pitches and he battled. Plus, he gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
Now the batter now, David Fry.
There we go. Big swing and a miss.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1
That's
of
the
this
strike.
3-game
Oh,
set.
need those calls. Really, really need them. Oh, man. It's kind of 2, honestly.
In the dirt, blocked.
You'd like to just see one of those 2. I think the second one makes the first one a little more frustrating. Whereas if that second one gets called, it's like, all right, you know, at least we got 50% of it.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just
There it is.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout.
There we go.
And
I like the double up on the fastball there.
100 on the year. Guardians lead
What,
1.
200 on the
So
year?
now
What?
the Mariners
100 on the
offense
year. It
gets
has
go
to
work
be.
For the first time, we've got no score. You're
Okay.
dialed into
That
the
was
show.
way too many pitches. We need to get some quick outs. Obviously, the walk
And we're
didn't
back.
help anything.
And pitching in this game, Joey Cantillo. How about a scouting report on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip.
I
but
wasn't
he's
even
gonna have
listening to
find a
the
way
to the name
limit the
pronunciation,
base runners,
pronunciation.
put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's
Oh,
a
that's
competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
And stepping
I was like,
up
oh man, there's like a lot of
Victor
noise happening out there. I
Robles.
forgot there's an air mattress in the. That's
First
left.
offering misses badly for ball 1.
So the Guardians
Cantillo
slightly
with
under
some less
500,
than
33 and
fantastic work on the
35.
hill lately.
94 on a fastball, 83 on a circle change, 12, 6, and 77, and a slider at 84.
Even the best
We really
pitchers of all
benefited
time have
from
had
the
stretches where nothing was
the ball
working for him
carrying
on the
yesterday
mound.
in Arizona,
Maybe he needs to
or
have his
Wednesday in
turn of
Arizona.
rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
Ah, that's a bad swing. It's a good pitch up on the outside. We're late, looking for something low. Got to be careful here.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Way too. That's just so slow.
Right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there.
Fastball at 92. We're still early on it. Okay. So we're early on the fastball at 92, which makes us obviously very early for that 79-mile-an-hour circle change. 13-mile-an-hour difference. That's a big problem for me. But hopefully we can figure it out.
Chris, they're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of pitchers squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands, and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs
he threw that
also helps the pitching.
One circle change as the first pitch, and it's in the back of my head. Oh, poke that out there. Nice job, Julio. Nicely done.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
It's again me thinking too much about that circle change or just a pitch that's going to drop out of the bottom of the zone there. It's still a good take, but I did probably give up on it a little bit too early.
That one missing inside.
Let that one go inside. There we go.
Rodriguez, the runner at first with 2 gone.
There it is. Let's go. 2-run bomb. Fuck yes, Cal Raleigh. From the right-handed batter's box, excuse me. The opposite side. 2-0 Mariners. That's what you want to see. Just a little bloop shot from Julio. Just get him on base. Even if that's a double, we still probably can score a run, but we get to him. There it is. Let's go.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Jorge Polanco.
It was a circle change. We were right on time with it, and it's gone. 2 out, 2-run damage. Thank God I missed that. Obviously a horrible swing there.
2 out, space is empty.
We were going to pop that up even if we were...
This one smoked on its way.
Back to back jacks. Let's fucking go!
They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Back jacks, and this club is fired up right now.
Now it's doubly, triply, maybe even quadruply good that we didn't get that first pitch. That was going to be a pop out and a frustrating end to the inning. Instead, we keep things rolling with a no-doubter. Again on the circle change. That's the kind of take we need those.
For a strike.
Ooh, got me with the 12-6 curve. It's a good pitch. It's a good pitch. Oh, and missed it on that one.
That's out to center.
Okay, hey, that's all right. We pushed 3 across in the first inning. Huge because we threw a ton of pitches, so a little wiggle room will be nice. It's a little bloop shot into right off the end of the bat for Rodriguez, and 2 absolutely crushed baseballs by Raleigh and Polanco.
All set for the start of the inning. And here's the first baseman,
We just missed that. Not just missed, but that was a very hittable 12-6 that was in a bad spot.
A 3-0 lead
Okay.
is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
25
Swing
pitches.
and a
We
ground
really
ball.
need some quick outs. That is
And he can't
not
come up
helpful.
with it.
It moved like a little bit to the right. I don't know if it was like at the last second or what, but
The shortstop
there was just
takes
something
the
about the
ball.
way that moved that I did not identify correctly. And I think I put a little too much pressure on myself there,
And
even though
that's
that's a
there to
fairly
be his
routine
first
play.
strike.
And we should get that. Like,
Washington
that's not
doing
a
the umpiring
question.
behind the
I think you
dish
are
in
still
this
looking
one.
at it and going like,
Sometimes
ah, shoot,
considered a
like,
bit of a pitcher's
gotta
umpire
make sure that we get these quick
He likes
outs.
the low ball,
25
which
pitches in the
usually
first is
favors
not
pitching,
good
but,
for
you know,
us.
Hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down, so we'll see how it goes in this one.
Bit of a tight zone here so far. I said that, of course, we had the strike called in the last at bat, so.
Runner at first with no outs here.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Rodriguez.
That was a
hauls it in,
terrible
and there's
pitch.
one away.
Oh, that was an awful pitch.
So a man aboard. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. First
So
pitch,
the error still
just
hasn't really
misses.
cost us anything yet.
Arias
If we
matched
can
a
get a
homer
double
in his
play,
last
then that would
game.
be the positive.
To the right side. There's one.
Okay, hey, way to go, Bliss. Good job with the start from Rayleigh. Nice finish by Bliss to get it back. And we're good. We're good.
3 and the Guardians nothing.
We are just not good at inducing double plays, and even when we do, we're still not very good at executing them. I do feel that we have the double plays just aren't quite as consistent in this game. We hit into what feels like hundreds of them last year, and in the years prior. And this one, it's kind of rare that you have that many in a game. There was one game where we hit into like where we hit multiple.
First
Damn it,
offering
we were
is fouled off.
fucking on that. God, just late. He only threw 15 pitches. Oop, that's a bad swing. That 12-6 curve is going to be really effective. A fastball that tops out at 94. It's been like 92 to a pitch literally 18 miles an hour slower. Goodness gracious. It feels like it's been a lot rarer.
That's
Could just be
inside.
recency bias, but I think the number of games that we've had where we've hit into like 2+ double plays has been
Got it.
ooh
And he did
far
not
fewer
like
on the in the grand scheme of things. That's a brutal strikeout. I thought that'd be a ball. That bottom of the zone has been a little. We had the sinker that we got called a strike. This one obviously a strike as well.
Protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Luke
Kalakadang?
Ray up next for the Mariners, the leading home run hitter in the American League. Swing and a
way
miss
late.
as he was late.
Too late. Goodness gracious.
And he pumps in a strike. On the
Ooh,
ground,
got me with a
Santana
slider outside.
Takes it to the bag, steps on
Very
first, and
early
it's
on
out
that.
number 2.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Dylan Moore. Moore launched a homer in
There we
his
go.
most recent game.
Late on the fastball. God, it's 92 when we can't get
That's the
there.
3rd out. And 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the
Oh, shoot, I missed the
pitching
flex
was
cam.
outstanding. We take a look at those numbers.
Looking good in the last series, 28 innings. .96 ERA, 54.54 on the whip. 4.2 hits over 9, 29 strikeouts, 2 walks. That extra inning, the 10-inning game.
Back to work.
In game number 1 that we won 2-1.
Fouled off. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes.
All right. So we had, what, 25 in the first, 10 in the second? Okay.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
See what we do here. Yeah, too fast. I don't think I've thrown the
Breaking ball misses
circle
down
change
and away.
much without
Tough to
runners
take
on.
A 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
There we go.
Misses, it's a strikeout.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end.
That's a
He ran it
strike.
inside. Very difficult
That's
to do anything when you're
3.
tied up like that as a hitter.
It's... that's frustrating. It's just that zone is like a ball low.
And that's downstairs and outside.
We're going to try. We're going to try and drop it just a little bit.
Right
There
through
we
there
go.
for a strike.
I don't want that. I don't like that location. It caught a little more of the plate than I wanted it to catch, but...
Chop to third.
Solano with a
tosses
nice
to
play.
first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third.
One thing I will say, in I guess in the defense of the error, is that we don't have Bliss at
Back to the top of the
shortstop,
lineup.
and so that
Next to
rhythm
hit,
might be just a
Steven
little bit
Kwan.
different.
0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
I'm very used to Crawford's
That's in there.
quickness.
Strike
We
one.
see that a lot with
In his 4th year,
Santos
27 years old,
coming out of the
and he
bullpen,
was
where it's just like
selected for the
I
All-Star game
cannot
last
figure it
year.
out sometimes.
And a
There we
swing
go.
is down on
Okay,
strikes.
so 25
And
pitches
nice
there in the
work
first
there
couple
as he
innings.
sets it
It
down
was
1, 2, 3.
a
Guardians
significant
fail to
drop
score.
in inning
They
number
trail
2.
it
We'll see if we
here,
can get the final
3-0.
number there in inning number 3. But we're helping ourselves out here. It's weird that the walk was more of a problem pitch count wise than the error was.
Playing well.
5-1, 5-1, 2-1, 2-1, 7-3. We're kind of doing doubles in the last 4. 2-1 victories and then 5-1 victories. Couple of splashes of some offense in there. 3-0 in this one. This was how we won some of our first games against the... Oh, that was, that was gross. This is how we won some of our first games with the upped hitting difficulty against the Orioles, 3-0.
That's been the real issue, and you look at the first inning. That's what
That's
we saw.
outside.
Too many
There we go.
pitches out over the plate.
Kicks and deals.
Low.
And that is in for a strike. 1 and 2.
No fucking way did that just get called a strike. Are you kidding me? There's a gap between the 3 and the zone. Oh my goodness.
And that one is
Okay.
inside.
All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. 2-2 count regardless. It's fine.
Line drive, base hit, right center field.
And Robles does a good job to get on base anyway, so all right.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Bliss.
No.
The batter now as he
Bring it
swings
back,
and
bring it
misses
back.
for
Don't
strike
swing at
one.
that. Come
Well, the hitter
on.
shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Ground ball,
Foul
left
ball.
side.
We were early on. It might have been able to poke it up the
Foul ball.
line.
Breaking
That's
ball
inside.
inside. And that is
He got
ball
tad
one.
too aggressive on the swing on that pitch second. Nope.
Ring him up, says Clyde Washington.
Up next,
And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
the center fielder.
1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Rodriguez.
Outside low.
Damn,
And
that
that's
happens
ball
every
one.
once in a while. Unfortunately, it's been happening a little bit too much lately. Just too aggressive on the swings. It's a not great swing.
That's hard hit.
Go,
on the
baby,
line.
go. Go, baby, go. That's... Oh, shoot. I thought there were 2 outs. We're going to get doubled up.
Throw is cut off.
Yeah,
Goes to
we got
first.
doubled up.
Now a throw to first.
I thought they were
Get
2
back
outs.
in time.
I thought that was
It's
going
a
to... Oh,
double
my
play.
God. What a
One hit
disaster.
in the inning, but no one left. 3 innings complete.
What a
It's the
disaster.
Mariners 3 and the Guardians nothing. Back at T-Mobile
Leading
Park,
off for Cleveland,
here's Lane
the center
Thomas
fielder,
now.
Lane Thomas.
I don't know why I thought there were 3 outs. And we
Strike.
Damn it.
Inside corner.
That's frustrating because Raleigh already has a home run, a 2-run blast in this game.
That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
That slider was awful. Awful, awful, awful.
In
Oh,
the air,
my
left
goodness.
field. A Rosarena settles underneath it. Makes the catch. And there's one
Out
down.
number 1.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of
Now
staying
batting, the
closed.
third baseman,
If he does
Jose
that, he's going to be able to go up the
Ramirez.
middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
God dang.
And first offering is fouled off. The Guardians trailing by 3. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Come on.
Owen Chu now. Cut on and lifted in
Oh
the
boy,
air.
Rodriguez was in a very
Rodriguez settles under it.
unexpected spot.
He makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter David Fry.
2 outs, base is empty. David Fry digs in for the Guardians. And that
Fouled
one
off.
Fouled off. Pitch misses
That's
there,
a strike.
and the
Oh
count is
my
1-1.
God. No. God. I mean, that's a strike. Come on, man. Did you see the strike that you called
that's a
again?
little
That's
high.
a fucking strike, too. You. Oh.
Out to short.
And it's a base hit.
Finds its way
Fucking
through for a
awesome.
hit.
Cool. Great.
And that
Hey,
keeps
thanks,
the inning
umpire.
going.
That's a 3-pitch strikeout.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Delivers a pitch.
I
in for a
cannot
strike
believe
at
that
95.
both of those got called.
Off of first with 2 away.
That's one of those scenarios. I talked about it earlier in the first inning where it's like, well, if you miss one and you get the next one, at least it's 50-50. I want both those calls because one of them was so fucking egregious against
The
my...
ball ripped out towards
I
right center
hate this
field and a
game
touchdown
sometimes.
for a hit. Coming home.
Go! Go more! Go!
And
Get there! Yes! Fuck yes!
Always exciting to see.
Let's
a player
go!
trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Don't run on Julio. Slash
we're
more.
back, bottom of the inning. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh.
That's a great take.
Upstairs, ball
Great
one.
take. Would have been absolutely livid if that was a strike.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 2.
Well,
I did
usually a
not
high level
take
of
into account
confidence
how
when you're
loud it was
facing
going to be
a
out there.
young pitcher out there on the
Not
mound.
usually that
In this
loud when I,
situation, ahead
because
2-0.
the Beeb's
He's put himself
sister
in a
is over
really
with
good
her
spot.
kid. So they brought
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
the nephew over.
And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes
And
all
the-
day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the
They're
box.
playing, and it is bouncing on that door. No!
Chases a high fastball there.
It was a
I think
3-0
it's
count.
speed.
Time.
Asks for now, ahead
Gather
of the 3-1
yourself.
pitch.
God, that's a 4-pitch walk.
Fought off
Late.
foul.
No! God damn it! It's a little frustrated with myself on that one.
Jorge
Designated
Polanco.
hitter,
He's already
Jorge.
homered in this game.
Polanco.
The good news is we didn't really cost ourselves a run, though.
High in the air, out
That's
to
an
right.
out.
DeLauder on the move. That's out number 2.
Because that would have been a strikeout with one on.
The third baseman, Jonathan
It's all good. It's all good.
Solano.
Donovan Solano up next for the Mariners.
We're letting him keep a
Wide
pretty low
center
pitch
his
count, though.
first
Only at
time.
43 through almost 4 full.
Swing and a fly ball, well
That,
struck
unfortunately,
left
is
field.
an out. Darn it,
And
we were
puts the
under
squeeze
it.
on that one.
Pretty good
And
timing,
that
though.
is that.
I'm okay with some of those swings, regardless of the... It's fine. It's fine.
Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's
We
duel
can
so
we can
far.
take a
Here's
look
how the
at the
starters have performed
starters
up to this
today.
point.
We have zeros in 2/3 of the places that we wanted. We do have the one walk, which is a little unfortunate, but 4 innings of strong work from Brian Wu. No runs, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. We've struck out 4 times against Quintillo in 4 innings. He's given up 3 runs and 4 hits. No walks. Probably should be 1 on that.
And a
I think
first
unfortunately
offer,
we
the
don't really
fastball
do
for a
anything with
strike.
that
You know,
anyway.
these Guardians, just
You so
lacking
easily could
discipline
flip.
at the
I
plate
mean,
in this
I
ballgame.
go like, well, it's a
Chasing pitches
strikeout.
has
It would have
been a
ended the
big
inning.
part of the story. We've seen it
If
quite
we
a bit today.
just
It's been
don't
tough for
swing,
them to make contact at times.
you can
And it
start to
just
create this
doesn't
like
look they're
multiverse of,
skating
well,
very well as a group.
you would have 1 on, Raleigh walks, that's 2 on, 2 outs, and Polanco coming up. We didn't do a whole lot with him anyway, so
You know,
maybe it wouldn't have
confidence
mattered,
has
but
to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses.
it's also my
He's
mom's
had 'em
like
eaten
least
out of the
favorite
palm of his
thing.
hand pretty
Like,
much all game.
think about what could have happened if this, that, and that.
Right
The other thing happened in sports
trouble
because she's a
here,
sports
puts it
person.
away for the
Well, who
out.
cares? It didn't happen,
There's
so
one
why
out.
worry about it?
Maybe not
Okay,
knock
Mom.
off the edge just a little
All
bit.
right.
Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be
Ideally, we
lined
want to
up
try and
good
get
enough to
Wu
get to the
through
finish
6. I don't know how plausible that is. We're going to need some quick outs here, and I do need to figure out the pitching strategy for the
Swing and
bullpen.
miss as he was late that time.
Those switch hitters really give me fits. They make my brain
Now
hurt.
just
Fuck
misses.
off.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
God damn it. I'd love to see that pitch not sail like that. Ooh, and I'd like to see that slider slide a little more. Neither of those 2 pitches were good. We might be stuck with just 5 innings.
That
Okay,
to right.
Robles.
Sizing
Not
this
a
one
great
up.
jump, but
Corrals
I'll
it.
take it.
And there's 2 down. 2 down, base
Now
is
batting,
empty.
right
74
for the
pitches through
Guardians.
4 and
Jason
2/3.
DeLauder.
We're into the yellow. Caution.
High,
He's
that's
getting
in for a
tired.
strike. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And
There we
down
go.
on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts.
There's a nice
for him in the
strikeout.
The Guardians go down in order.
Okay.
Trailing this one 3-0.
How far do we push? I think what we need to do is probably look at the lineup and see where we're at there.
Back here at the ballpark, let's
Leading
check
off
out the
for
latest
Mariners,
news from around the
the
league.
left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Not close with that
We
one.
have nearly
And it's
30 more
1-0.
pitches than
Look, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher
this pitcher.
would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this
Ooh.
point.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
Yeah, early was not the problem on that pitch.
And there's the ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
No,
Swing and a miss
Fuck.
as he chases that
Sean.
one out of the zone.
that's a 4-pitch walk. What are you doing?
On the ground
And
to
then
the
we're on
left.
top of the 12-6
Rocchio.
curve. That's a bad at
Handles
bat.
throws to first.
You want to ask why he was somehow able to stay in this game after the first inning?
First baseman,
That.
Luke.
The Arozarena at bat and the Raleigh at bat and the horrible double play.
Raley. Now
Those are the 3
Now
reasons
his
he's still in
first
this
out.
game.
Swing and a high fly ball. Well
Might have a
struck.
chance.
That
Is that
one
going to go?
and
It's going to go. What a fucking swing to get us back. Let's go.
to the lead.
Let's go.
That's a
And if we
swing
can take ourselves out of a save situation, even better. Four runs on 3 home runs isn't the
Keep that
greatest
first one
recipe.
closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander.
I don't
You
even
did
know that
all
we have a
those
double.
things until the very
Like
last
we have
moment
2
when that
like
just
bloop
popped.
or poke shot
Came
singles
nice
and then
little
home
back
runs.
to it, carried out nicely.
Manager out of the dugout
Didn't
now.
know that it had enough, and that's a lefty-lefty too. You can totally understand why the Cleveland manager would leave the lefty in. Like, okay, just work through a Rosarena, that's fine. Get to Raley, that's his last at bat. We don't have a lot of lefties in the lineup today, and with a righty coming in, we could pull Bliss for Crawford.
And one thing on
Number
him,
16.
he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park.
Junior.
Not an easy guy to take deep.
Ooh, take deep. Jacob
One out,
Juice.
base is empty.
Slider at 85, a sinker at
Up next for the
94, his circle
Mariners.
change at 86,
First
and a
time up was
cutter
pop out.
at 88. Also a 4-seam at 93. Somehow that will be the first pitch he throws.
There's a
No,
strike.
it's actually a slider. Pretty hittable one as well. Ooh,
And there's
found
a
the
foul
cutter
ball.
off.
The 0-2.
Way outside. Good take. No!
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Down to first.
Still gonna
He
get
beats
the
throw. He's saved.
Okay. Oof.
The right fielder.
Strikeout wild pitch.
That's
What a
baseball
disastrous
that's
play.
tough to explain the
That has
logic
been
behind if you're
such-
talking to a new fan or someone trying to learn the game.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? The batter struck out, but he still gets to be on first base?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird one. Plus, the pitcher gets credit for the strikeout. It's an over for the batter. But, of course, no out is actually recorded. Kind of one of those, just trust me, let's move on situations.
No!
Swing and a miss.
This
He was out
slider.
front
This
that
slider
time.
is so
Action
slow.
in the pen down there.
We need to take a timeout. We need to take a
Up
breath
and
here.
loosening in
Step
the
out.
pen. Gaddis also getting ready.
Let's lock back in.
Close one
Okay.
doesn't get the call. And the
That
count is
really hasn't been a
1-2.
strike all day. It's been pretty frustrating, so it's good to see it break my way. Because you can kind of start to write the dialogue, or not the dialogue of like what I would say, but like, that hasn't been a fucking strike all day. That one kind of got me a little bit. It's very clearly a ball, but
Comes a 2-2. Runner on the goal.
That's a
way
fucking...
outside, and it gets away.
Okay, well, at least we got a stolen base.
And now,
What a disaster. I cannot figure out this guy's slider. It's...
for Seattle.
He's thrown 2 wild pitches that we have struck out on.
Bliss. 0 for 2 in this one. Into center,
Hey, and the steal comes in handy.
around third. Throw is high and over his head.
We could have actually tried to get to second there, but
Letting that runner steal
fine.
second
Hey, nicely done, Ryan Bliss. Let's go.
Come through with the base knock, you add a run.
Nice job by Dylan Moore to not only get to first on the wild pitch after the strikeout, we get the steal executed pretty well, and we're able to get a nice little dump into center field. It's another single. It's been singles or dingers,
He swings and fouls
and that's
one
it.
off. Bliss.
We're out
off of first with
5-0.
2 away.
That's good for us. We don't need constant save opportunities.
Swing and a pop-up
Late
foul
fudge.
play off
God,
the
look how
right
good that
side. That'll find the
PCI was so
stands.
good.
There goes the runner.
Oh,
He
it's
stays
probably a good
alive.
swing. Yeah, it's a good swing. It's a good swing.
Pickoff throw.
There we go.
Bliss dives
Hit
back
back.
in safely. Runner on the go again.
No,
And he's
Sean.
registered 3 Ks in this
Moreno.
one. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. 5 innings complete. It's the M's 5 and the Guardians nothing.
We struck out 3 times in that inning. Every
All right, we go to
strikeout
the
was on a
top
wild,
of
or not a
inning
wild
number
pitch, but a
6.
slider outside the
Now
zone.
for Cleveland.
2 of them on wild pitches. We didn't get anybody up in the bullpen.
To work. And first offering is
And it's
fouled
just...
off.
Ugh. Okay, so we are going to want probably a righty here. Quan isn't Mr. Power, but he has good contact and better contact, even though it's slight, better contact against lefties. And then Lane Thomas is a righty. I guess this actually doesn't matter because no one's warmed up. Hold on. You know what? We'll just throw a righty and a lefty up. We'll throw Spear and Santos up, and we'll figure it out from there. I thought I was being clever. Forgot that I actually have to face these batters. It's not... Whatever. It's fine.
And ball 1. Swing and a liner. Base hit out into right center field. Around first and hustling for second. He makes it safely with a leadoff double in the 6th.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Good pitch, slider down and away, just stayed down and threw it nicely. It's such an easy pitch to...
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around third.
Really?
Score.
That's really frustrating. They have hit the
Hits
gaps.
against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through.
That's a strike, you son of a bitch.
Lane Thomas having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. There's a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
They've been hitting the gaps, so the game doesn't know what to do. Like, it honestly seems confused. Like, hey, here's the right fielder. All right, let's throw that slider just a little bit further out. I know.
Yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row.
Fuck
He's
off.
right on this pitcher.
Swings
There
through
we
that
go.
one. It's a strikeout. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez is a switch hitter. Switch righty switch. Let's see what we're working with here. Ramirez. Hey, shocker. He's real fucking good. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring in Santos.
Here
We'll
comes
bring in the
skipper,
righty. I think
and
that's the
we're gonna
call
see
here.
pitching
I
change
think that's
in
the
this
move.
spot. Ryan Wu out of the game, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for the
So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Gregory
Gregory
Santos.
Santos.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
First pitch
Oh,
doesn't
that's a
find the
really good
zone.
pitch. Especially because we don't always get dialed in with Santos right away.
Yo.
Ah, it's frustrating. Santos, come on, man.
2-0.
You and me here.
Swing and a high
Jesus.
fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Pulls it in on the warning.
I'm a little surprised he didn't go.
the batter, number 6.
And next is the designated hitter.
I mean, obviously no reason to be out number 3 at third,
That
but
one
also
finds the zone.
Come on.
Well,
One
that's
strike.
Kinda
really the
needed,
money
maybe?
spot,
I
down
don't
and
know.
away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for
Man,
hitters to
we
square
are
that up. That's what you love to see relievers do. coming out
not
of
starting
the bullpen.
strong here.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets
Get
it
there.
down.
Nicely done, Santos.
To get the third out, the inning is
Santos
over.
has been huge lately. He's started multiple double plays.
RBI double. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball.
I think actually that's the better
on show.
example. You go back to that Angels game. I forget exactly which one it was. It was late in the game. Game 2, maybe. Two
Bottom of the
huge
sixth
double plays
inning.
started
Here's
by
a
the
big
pitcher.
power threat.
Like that felt like such an
With this
anomaly
kind
in a
of
way that it
lead, he
hasn't
can
in
swing
previous
freely. Try
seasons.
to get the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
Okay. God, we are only in the bottom of the 6th, though. That's a
And
bad
first
swing.
offering is fouled off.
We're early on that.
Raleigh, in his 5th season, 28 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2018.
Bad swing.
And it's fouled away. Gloves it on the
Damn it.
dive, throws from his knees. It's there, and that's a great
The
play.
batter, number
Look at how
7.
he dives right there. He's able to
Designated
pop
hitter,
up to both
Jorge.
knees. Not enough time to get to his feet,
Polanco.
but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners.
Stop
Swinging a foul
swinging.
straight
Weird.
back.
Switched into an auto swing mode that's been a little frustrating.
Here's your 1. Tap foul at the plate.
Some of these swings are okay in different situations.
That
1
missed
and
by a
2.
lot. And it's 1-2.
He's like that 2-strike slider, and he's missed a lot of them. And by missed, I mean like he's missed the catcher a few times. That would be the 3rd time.
Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next
That's
pitch
outside.
is outside.
No,
To the
that's
right
a
side.
ball.
Santana
Yep,
takes it to
he's
the
out.
bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, Donovan Solano.
So 2 down now, and here is Donovan Solano. Ground ball up the middle.
Sean.
Throw on to Santana.
Sean.
It
What
is
are
a
we
1-2 break
doing?
inning.
Fucking
Lead this
moron.
one 5-1.
I'm gonna just swing at fucking everything.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
All right, so
Leading
it's
off
Carlos
in
Santana. What are we looking at here? Double switch righty lefty. We have a lefty ready to roll. Rocchio doesn't seem like much to worry about. Carlos Santana. I think we might be able to stick with Santos. I don't think he threw a ton of pitches. Let's get Brash warmed up though. Actually no. Here we'll sit him down. We'll warm up Snyder.
Carlos Santana.
Maybe not a great decision, but let's see if we can get him through 7. And then we can reassess, because we can always bring in Brash for the 9th.
And first offering is fouled off.
Fuck off. God damn it. That is...
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And now 1
Why?
and 2.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Rodriguez under this one. Hauls it in for the out. And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. That
There
one
we
finds
go.
the zone. It's 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball.
The M's leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7.
There we go. Nicely done, Santos.
The ladder for the K.
There we go.
3 pitches, down, fastball up, swinging, boog. It's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there.
You see that? We've seen that in some of the older video games that we played here, too. That east-west
Arias
style.
Takes ball 1 off the plate.
Triple play. Did both versions, PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. That was a very interesting game just for that
Solano
reason.
and makes the grab. And that is that. Guardians go down 1-2-3.
Hey, nicely done by Santos. He gives us an inning in 2/3, something like that. But we're up by 4 as we hit the stretch. We have the 8th and the 9th, obviously, to worry about, so we'll try to match up the best that we can. We'll maybe try to not use Snyder, but maybe there will be enough of a gap to where it's not that big of a deal. Hunter Gaddis coming in here.
Now it's Randy
Leading up for
Arozarena.
the Mariners, the left fielder, Randy.
Slider at 91, pretty bad. Slider 91, 4-seam 98, circle change 83.
And that's down and away.
1 ball, no strike.
He was late there, strike 1.
Damn it.
1-1.
PCI wasn't in a very good location, so it wasn't going to be a great look at it anyway.
And that is out of play.
Nope.
Fouls
Pop
it
that
back
one
with
back.
2 strikes.
Early? Yeah.
That's too low. And it's 2-2.
2-2.
Oh, circle change. Contact swing is actually what I meant to say, but I was reading that contact swing instead of a real swing or a normal swing, I think.
Now batting.
It's a big
First
difference there.
Luke.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley. He's already homered here in this one. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
God damn it, that slider way out of the zone. Well, I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Paul Sewald up and throwing. Stephan getting loose as well.
That's outside.
Low. Now 1-2. That one is
It's
upstairs.
upstairs.
Next offering misses down and away.
3-2.
That's a good
There we
one.
go. Hey, there we
He was
go.
down early in that plate appearance.
Let's go, Luke Raley. It was a terrible swing on that slider. We battled back. Good takes there and didn't lose our patience.
Moore.
Dylan Moore will hit next. Lifted in the air down the left side.
That's
And that'll
okay.
fall for a base hit. And now
That'll
two
work.
aboard.
That'll work.
No, they didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box
The
score
right
tomorrow.
fielder,
They'll
number
take those
10,
bloop hits off the end of the
Victor
bat all day long.
Robles.
It doesn't mean you put a great swing on it, but hitters deserve to get a lucky hit every now and then.
Here's Victor Robles. Swings through
My
that one
God.
for strike 1.
Wound that up to 97. No chance on that.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Swing and a miss at a slider.
One ball.
Step
Now
out
time
here.
called at the plate.
Step out. Step out.
The 1-2.
Oh my
Swing and a
God,
miss
the
and
slider.
struck him out. And there are 2 outs. Now the number. Looks
We're
like
actually going to go ahead and bring in JP Crawford here. We'll go righty lefty against him.
2 out, runners at first and second.
Yeah. Too early on the slider. Yeesh.
That
Way
misses the
outside.
zone.
Nicely done.
0-1.
1-0.
It'll be Crawford, Rodriguez, Raleigh if we get there.
And
That's
that
a great
one
take.
upstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That's a
That
good,
pitch is
that's a great
outside.
take. Hands off the controller,
Julio
3-0.
Rodriguez up next for the Mariners.
Walk, 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 walk.
2 outs. Fastball for a strike.
We were probably not going to be able to
All the
catch
way
up to
there in
that, so.
3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Foul ball there. Full count pitch.
Step
Have
out.
to wait. Time called to the plate. First and second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Everything's been fastball minus 1 slider.
And that'll load the
Yes.
bases.
Let's go, Crawford. Hey, let's go me. Way to have some fucking patience.
The center fielder, number
We took
44,
one hands off the controller for strike
Up next
1,
for
and
the
then
Mariners.
not a great swing at
For
the
3.
fastball, but
We talk about guys with good speed and
we have
definitely
8 home
usually
runs with
has it,
Julio?
but pushing the
Huh.
offense aside for just
Thank
a
God we have
second,
Raleigh
Chris,
and Rayleigh.
It's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
no
Foul
way.
territory for the catcher.
That hurts.
Makes the play. And
Fuck
that is that.
me.
And the Mariners strand the bases loaded.
That
They're
is
up
no
5-1.
joke the perfect pitch. I'm looking for a slider. We have just bad enough timing to just pop that up. Fuck.
We're at the top of the
Leading
8th.
off for the
Stepping up for the Guardians.
the right fielder,
Chase DeLauder.
DeLauder.
Well, he
All right, let's go into the. Let's take a second here. All right, so we have DeLauder, Huff, Quan. I think we can work with the righty here. Or do we take the advantage at bat and go with... Do we have a lefty up? Yeah, we'll go with Spire, actually. We'll go with
New
Spire.
pitcher for the Mariners, Gabe Spire.
He's got
We'll
some
play the
best
matchups.
swing
Neither of the
stuff
guys,
right
their
now.
stats aren't
Striking out
that
hitters
different
that
between
have
righties and
great
lefties,
this
so
year, they should be
I think the
fun to
problem
watch.
is going to be on the back end, the fourth hitter who might be Jose Ramirez. Then problem being just, he's really fucking good. I think he is significantly better against lefties, if I remember
And that's
correctly.
in there.
Needed that sinker called. It's not a great pitch, but zone's been real weird today.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack from tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game. I think that
There
guy's
we
got to
go.
go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Ooh,
Outside corner.
that has been a...
That one
Yeah, that one just kind of
misses.
started. Now, I meant to actually go sinker
Down by
again,
4,
but
and we're at the top of the 8th. Bounce to the left side. Whips it across. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
The batter,
2 outs,
the
base
left
is
fielder,
empty.
Steven
Here's the Cleveland leadoff
Kwan.
hitter, Stephen Kwan. Got it started a little too early.
get that slider out of you there, Spire.
Pitch
Just missed. Come on.
1-1 is fouled off. Hit on the ground to short. Finds its way through, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
All right.
Here's Lane Thomas. Right through there for a strike.
So Jose Ramirez next. Jose Ramirez, David Fry. Ramirez, real good against lefties. So we'll bring in Snyder if we get there. They will. If not, we'll make sure. I guess.
With 2 gone. In for a strike, and it's 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Now it's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 3 in this.
So I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but we actually probably need to warm up Matt Brash.
One. Manager out of the dugout.
We're going to need to go to the
he's gonna make a
bullpen.
Change. Gabe Spire won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base.
All right.
Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Here's
the
a new
Mariners,
pitcher from the pen, Colin
number
Snyder.
52.
Hasn't pitched in the last 3
Colin
days.
Snyder.
So it was gonna, regardless, it was gonna be a.
Fastball
There we
for
go.
a strike.
Needed that
And
call.
it's 0-1.
That has not been a strike all day. We need that to work now. I actually don't know that I love this pitch. Okay, I'm okay with it. It's fine. And then I think we go cutter inside. Let's put him away right here.
Just misses. It's a ball
Ooh,
and
I'd still
2
like to see it.
strikes.
Let's do it again. There we go.
A swing and a miss.
Oh, what?
Ends the frame. Guardians
Whew.
stranded
Okay, so we give up a couple
They're
more
down
hits.
5-1.
We've done a good job at just mitigating the damage. It's not like a surprise or anything, but when they do hit those gaps, it is a trouble.
Back now, new pitcher
We had the
on
base
mound as we
running,
roll
I would say
into the
base running
bottom
blunder
of the
from
eighth.
Cleveland that we were able to
He's
take advantage of.
pitching on 2 days
Don't
rest.
throw against Julio, and it was only like a 38 speed guy going, so it wasn't like it was going to be. You don't need much more speed
here's
to
the
get
cleanup.
around the bases like that on that hit,
He's one
but
of the best players in the game.
they weren't able to do it. All right, let's see. Seaball at 94 on a fastball, 85 on a sweeper, and a circle change at 86. That
And
was a
first
fastball.
offering is fouled off. And
That,
one is
unfortunately,
lifted in
we
the
did
air.
not get
Thomas
enough of.
under it.
Damn.
Pulls it down
Damn.
and he makes the catch.
Damn, damn,
And
damn.
there's one down.
The batter, number 7. Designated hitter,
Jorge Polanco
Jorge
up next for the Mariners.
Polanco.
In there for strike 1.
It's fine.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That misses.
There we go.
And 1-1.
Oh, the Rockies beat the Braves.
And misses inside.
2-1.
Real late. Kind of a blessing because we were going to be way under that.
2-2 now.
Ooh,
and a
all the way
miss.
over the top of the
Struck him
circle
out.
change. Fuck.
Donovan
Oh, we
Solano.
really need to not do what we're doing here. Oh, actually, righty. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we're good. We're good. We got Brash.
Getting ready to hit.
Donovan.
Sometimes I get a little too stubborn as far as like, well, I don't want to interrupt the flow. What flow? We have a flyout and a strikeout.
That one outside.
We're
And
not
that's
interrupting
ball
any
1.
flow on the offensive side of the ball.
Right through there
Fuck.
for a strike.
1-1.
Now one
Oh,
out to right.
late.
DeLauder gets under.
Just
He's
late.
there. He's got it. And
Okay.
that's the inning.
So we'll go ahead and bring in Brash. Might be worth warming up Munoz just in case. It'd be kind of a cheeky save, but
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Mariners.
It's the top of the
Hopefully we
ninth,
wouldn't
and
need
there's
him.
no pitcher on the mound. Matt
would be the hope.
Brash.
Matt.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the
Hoping that we wouldn't need him indeed would be the hope. Okay. We'll warm him up.
park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
And first offering is fouled off. Brash in his 4th year, 26 years old, and he was born in Canada. On the
There's no way that was a
ground,
diamond
right side,
reaction, but
whips it
whatever.
to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
No, we extend our home run lead with Rayleigh
Now batting. The first
to
baseman.
25. Royce Lewis
He's
lurking
2
back
outs
there
away.
with 20.
So in now for Cleveland, Carlos Santana. Up the middle. On to first.
Out number 2.
And a couple of quick outs.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Rocchio stands in with 2
Really
away
should not
as
have
he
thrown
takes
that
the
pitch.
ball.
No strike.
And I don't mean just because it was bad. I mean that we should not be starting with that pitch regardless.
He's got it.
And we'll take the win. Okay, hey.
Mariners make it 6
Offensively,
straight victories.
it isn't the prettiest game. I like that we were able to get a bunch of home runs. That feels good. It was 5 runs on 4 homers, something like that.
You know what, we're good.
And then we had the 1 extra run that we were able to get with
start to expect this kind of play out
something.
of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak.
Oh, it was
than
the
it is right
Dylan
now.
Moore. That was the funky run that we scored. It was 3 home runs that scored 4 runs. I apologize. And then it was the funky run that Dylan Moore scored after the strikeout. That was a wild pitch that he was able to get to first base. He stole second, and then we were able to get him around on a hit. That's one of the most, maybe one of the most bizarre runs we have ever scored. Because I don't know how often we're getting on first after a wild pitch and then be able to steal, which is a thing that we don't do, and then get that to score is absolutely wild. Rayleigh with the solo home run. We got the huge cut down run with Rodriguez to Moore to Raleigh, who makes the last put out of the game. We did give up some hits in this one. They threatened a little bit. They got the 1 run. You could even look at this maybe being 5-2 if we don't get that score. Like I was talking about it was a very weird send. It was first to home with a 38 speed guy. It's a pretty deep ball, but Rodriguez has a good arm. And granted, you don't need that much extra speed to get around a home plate, but it was a questionable send. And we reap the rewards of it. Brian Wu gets the win and is your player of the game, somewhat surprisingly, but I think looking at some of these stats, you can see why. 5.1 innings pitched, he gave up 4 hits, struck out 6, 1 walk, 1 earned on his line. Rayleigh was 1 for 2 with a solo home run. Raleigh was 1 for 4 with a 2-run home run. Polanco was 1 for 4 with a home run. Dylan Moore 1 for 3 with a run. So it wasn't like somebody came out and was 3 for 4 with, 3 RBI or whatever. So I guess you can kind of see why Wu would get it, but also kind of like, huh? Joey Cantillo, he gets the loss. 4.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 4 earned on his line. Stephen Kwan was 2 for 4 with a double. He knocked in a run. Cody Huff was the run that scored on a 1 for 3 day. He also had a double. Santana with a double on a 1 for 4 day. And Lane Thomas, 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. So there you go. We improve. We continue to win. We're doing well offensively. We're doing better than I anticipated offensively. I thought there was going to be a steeper drop-off. I thought we were going to run into like a little bit more trouble, but we're probably getting more lucky than good. And I think that this Mariners team and the way it's constructed is built for the way that I play. They have power hitters who can hit bombs. We're not getting a ton of like multi-run home runs, it feels. It's a lot of solo shots. I think we had all solo shots in that Arizona game, if I remember correctly. But even if you look at today's game, 3 home runs, 2 of them solo, 1 of them a 2-run blast, that still skews into my point. We're winning games. We are pitching well. And again, built for how I play this game. We are very good with the pinpoint pitching. We are able to use that to our advantage. And that helps us play well and feel good. They have a team that crushes the ball. We have a team that crushes the ball, and we have a team that pitches really well. That works for how I play, because we don't string hits together very often. Let's go Headliners pack number 10 for today's pack rip. Ooh, a gold icon. Wow. Big dog. Great. Not a waste at all. Oh, God. Yeesh. All right. Well, there you go. There's your pack of the day. And we will get you set for tomorrow's game. It is Ben Lively, 3-4 with a 3.41 ERA. Luis Castillo, 11-0 with a 1.34 ERA as the Mariners take on the Guardians in Game 2 of a 3-game set tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe over here. Give this video a thumbs up. Ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Check out the baseball playlist right here. And check out that backyard baseball video that I did yesterday if you missed it. Thanks again for watching. Good sports. Go Mariners. Have a great rest of your night.